Good evening, everybody. How are we today? Welcome to another exciting episode of Midweek Branches with Jeremy Akpomera. Yours sincerely. I'm co-founder and lead strategist at Brand Relations Company. We help you define your brand identity and sync your clients or your customers' perception with what you say you do. So it's another exciting episode, and I am excited today because we are looking at high growth strategies for growing brands. High growth strategies for growing brands. So quickly, we're going to be going into it this simple. Now, the first one I'll talk about, I think we talked about it in brand blunders, in the episode where we talked about brand blunders to avoid. We said you cannot be everything to everyone, right? Good. So the first high growth strategy for a growing brand is to be a specialist, not a generalist. You understand? You cannot sell everything. Let people know you for one thing. Let people know you for one thing. You know, what's it called? The temptation to want to be involved in many things to, in quote, make ends meet is a wrong one in the long run. You would lose more than you would gain because people are not looking for generalists. People are looking for specialists. Those that will say, this is what they do. So when the need arises, that is the person that they think of. I was looking at the banner today, and earlier in the day, and it was plenty. It was a photo studio. It was I cannot remember the amount of things that were inside, but at the end of the day, it was almost a market. The business was as big as a market, singular. But I wouldn't want to think about that brand as one that would want to do my whatever with. Why? Not because they are not good, but because they end up generalizing their services. So there is no specificity, which is what we are actually looking at. So train yourself to be specific, learn what you are doing, be probably the best at it, let people know you for it, and yes, we can start growing our brands from there. The next is differentiation. Now, we cannot overemphasize differentiation in branding. What makes you different? Everybody is doing it, is the reason why you shouldn't do it. Now let's start from there, because just like we said, when you follow the crowd, you get lost. When you follow everybody going this way, the one person or the two people that stand on this other end, they are seen more visibly and recognized in the long run. Create a differentiating factor for your brand. A lot of times we find this part of branding a little difficult. Why? Because a lot of people say, how can I be different? Where will I start from? Truth is, differentiation doesn't have to be you bringing a whole new service idea. No, it might just be how you deliver the service. It might just be what you do for your customer immediately after you deliver the service. It might just be what you help your customer avoid by doing business with you. So try and think broad, but at the same time the main goal is to single out yourself from the whole, so that when they talk about businesses, they say, these guys are good or these guys are nice, but this guy does this thing better. This guy does it like this that makes him different. That is one reason why people will remember you. Now, the thing about business is, the more they remember you, the higher the likelihood of you being referred, right? Good. So when you are remembered and referred, your brand is growing. Right? So the first one I talked about was you cannot be everything to everyone. That is, be a specialist. Now we are saying properly differentiate yourself. Now, thirdly, we're going to be looking at one of the most important factors in all of them, your target market, your target client. The client or the customer is the soul of business, is the heart of business. When there is no customer, there is no business. But also, as we said, just the way we said, you cannot be everything to everyone. You cannot sell to everyone. Now, there are people who specifically need the service that you are rendering. There are people who will need the service you are rendering. There are people who at that moment don't need it, but you can anticipate their need for it. So understand who you are selling to. Now, when a customer meets you, why would they choose to stay with you? That's the question a lot of people ask. When you are able to solve their problem, they will stay with you. When you're able to make their life easy, they will stay with you. When you are able to do more than the average service, that is, after you have delivered what you deliver, when you do a little extra, that's what a lot of people call customer service now, good, they would remain with you. But in all of this, you need to know which people you will need to do these things to. You cannot do it. I cannot say, like, for us at Brand Solutions, our customers, our target clients are businesses. Now, not all businesses also. We hope to have Glow and MTN and the Nigerian federal government as clients one day in the future. But now, I will not lie to myself that Malta Guinness is my target client. That is a lie. But I know my target client at the moment, and I am going after them as much as we can. We are saying that, see, these guys, they are our target, so let us actually target them in the literal sense of the word. So understand who you are selling to, create your products to suit their needs, be able to solve their problems, answer the question they will ask now and the one in their minds, you understand, and be able to make their life easy in the process. They shouldn't feel like, this solution that you are trying to give them is straining and is stressing them out. No, they should be able to enjoy the process of you creating a solution for them. So if we can be specialist, be specific about the service we render, if we can properly differentiate ourselves and understand who our clients are, target them properly and deliver excellence to them, we will not have a problem with growing our brands. Why? We'll be able to see that we are focused not just on what we do, but on the right people, which will also lead to them referring like minds to us. That way, the customer base is growing, business is booming, your brand is growing in the long run. So that is it for today. Simple and straightforward. High growth strategies for growing brands. I'll see you next week.